Hey dudes, it's me, Mighty the Armadillo here, and welcome back for some more of yet again for the likes of the Mexi Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final video for Wario Land 3 for the Game Boy Color Let's Play. So because of that, remember the forms of last video is the fact that we actually collected every single of those, music coins on the east sector, and overall, pretty much multitasking basically, and as a result though, we did manage to find all of those music coins during time. So overall, not too shabby. So because of that, now we're going to be showing off the final thing in Wario Land 3, and if we're entering this particular special game, which as a result, it leads us to the golf game, obviously. And basically, or what this actual thing can do is that, well, you can able to play through, well, normally, if you manage able to actually unlock this though, to unlock this particular special golf game, you need to be sure you need to collect all 7 of those, specifically 7 treasure crayons, and if you do so, then you would able to actually access the golf game. Like, you get 3 courses from the start, assuming if you're trying to able to unlock this place first, and you get this course right there, that as you noticed from the likes of in the last video, that to unlock this course number 4, that you have to able to collect every single of those music coins, and if you do that, chances are you're able to actually access to the forms of the final course. So yeah, that pretty much explains about this. So, and of course, as you can see on screen, that we're about to be able to show you guys every single courses throughout. So in this case, we'll start things off with course number 1, and obviously you go through, I would say, 5 holes each in each and every single course. So, but keep that in mind though, is the fact that I'm not exactly the best at the golf segments in this game, just because I feel like that I kind of prefer in Mario Golf that you do have an aiming reticle that usually just shows up, but for whatever reason on my luck, that I don't have any good luck on these things though, just because as you notice on the main playthrough, then you do realize I pretty much suck at them. So because of that though, I will try my best if I was going to show you guys the forms of my okay runs on this particular golf games itself, but usually relatively speaking, there's my first birdie, so huzzah for that. So, yeah, if you haven't played the regular golf before, but this time around though, no need to acquire the forms of clear requirements. It's just for bragging rights, I suppose. So, yeah, you probably get the suggestion by that point. So, either way though, and I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this as well, that usually potentially speaking, about the fact of the matter is though, is the fact that usually when it comes to likely the music coins amount, that basically, we actually guarantee that we might able to consider this, that, usually I think it contains like 25 levels, so I'm presuming that usually if we times 8 by, well, usually if we do calculations between 25 times 8, this actually represents 200 of those music coins to collect, which is quite a lot actually, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, generally speaking, that the good news is the fact that you can play this on the go, because this is obviously on the Game Boy Color, so because of that though, I should probably explain about this as well, is the fact that, usually relatively speaking, is the fact that today's day is of course the 21st of October already, in this case in 2021, and it looks like we've only got about 10 more days to go until specifically Halloween. And also, during that specific time alone, that basically we might able to actually go back into Luigi's Mansion 3 for the online matches, for specifically in Scare Scraper modes and stuff like that. So because of that, speaking of Luigi's Mansion 3 actually, that game is going to be, well, 2 years old until specifically on Halloween Day, which I can't even believe, time is went flying all of a sudden. So either way, so, yeah, as I said this before, each and every single course does manage to contain 5 holes each. So, because of that, as you can see, since we actually completed the first course within the last hole to deal with right there, and basically after you deal with 5 holes, it actually shows you the final result, and basically that's how this goes basically. So, whilst in my results so far on course number 1 is pretty alright. Like usually we got like 0 plus and 0 minus, so it's somewhat at the middle, just because, well, sometimes I'm good at easy holes, but most of the time I'm not exactly the purest master when it comes to golf segments like this, I must be honest here, because, well, I've already mentioned this before, it's just the fact that I'm not exactly great at it though, so that's for my, bias, I suppose, when it comes to that, and I somehow got my double bogey, so, oh well, whatever. So, anyway, I suppose I should probably explain about this as well, is the fact that, potentially speaking, actually, is the fact that usually, because of how the fact that, well, if you somehow managed able to get, like, a give-up moment, or if you managed able to have too many shots or something, then basically, though, that, you will able to actually get a game over. Oh, and by the way, if you really want to go through, like, the different courses, depending on what course you go to, basically, though, you always have to pay, like, 50 coins in order able to actually just to play those games like this, because, well, you know, kind of similar to in the main adventure mode, or these main stages, as far as I'm concerned, that's, basically, that we still have to pay coins, so, but there's nothing we need to worry about this anymore, just because, well, we basically 100% through everything, so because of that, though, well, despite the fact that the actual, special golf game is just bragging rights, I suppose, if you have some bit of distraction, so, even though I know that there's no multiplayer involved, so it's just for a distraction, I suppose, so, but you know, that's the only rewards you can get if you managed able to gather every single of those music coins, just bragging rights if you really want to get some attention to those specific stuff though, but not for me anyway though, because, well, potentially speaking, I was expecting if they were able to actually include hard mode difficulty. Well, it wasn't until in Wario Land 4 they do manage to include not only normal mode for the first time players, but also you would able to actually access to hard difficulty also from the start as well. Even though, mind you, there's also the third difficulty called super hard mode in Wario Land 4. But then again, we'll talk more about Wario Land 4 at some point next year, because obviously we're actually getting almost close towards the end of not only for October, but also that we are slowly approaching onto November eventually. So because of that though, expecting if Jewel will able to still carry on playing, you know, Mario Party 6 during that time, but again, we'll see what happens in the next few days. So, and my results are, it's not that great, just +5, so again, that's only because I wasn't really great at this particular game modes like this, because, well, that again, it's just not my kind of thing, so, although I will give this thing some credit for, is the fact that every time whenever you get into a different course, sometimes you get yourselves a nice little background you're able to actually spot at something, like, for instance, in the first course, it's obviously a standard daytime and what have you, but whenever we get into course number 2, that's basically, though, it gets like a different time of day, and say applies to course number 3 because it's always like in nighttime or something. But what if we get into the final course, which is obviously course 4, that it actually probably expect to able to see sunset views. So because of that though, yeah, I'll give it some credit for it, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just the fact that I'm still not overly keen on new forms of the golf aspects, which to me is just my opinion, but I'm sure most of you all have their own opinions as well, but it's just that I'm not exactly still great at it, so. But I digress. But at least I got that in, though, at least. Like, still I managed able to get a par, so usually, I always get pars every time whenever I play some golf games from time to time, which that might be seems true in some holes, mind you, even though some hole exceptions, but either way, it knows what it is, so, oh, don't tell me, yeah, it just pushes back, so that sucks. And it doesn't help about the fact that I have to go all the way back to that specific spot, so, yeah, it's not that great of the actual skill timing-wise, but still. Alright, I wonder if I can get that in, though. Nah, doesn't look like it. Didn't get a par or anything else to be more specific, so we'll take a bogey, or actually a double bogey actually, because I can see that little number 6 right there, so, oh well. Alright, so here we go on to, no, I don't want to go in the rough. That's not gonna help, because obviously with that aiming reticle, we're able to not go any further, even a bunker essentially, so. Ah, so close. Okay. Oh, come on! Ah, just almost there. Okay. Just a bit of a slight of a tap. And unfortunately, we've got triple bogey. That's not even that great. Now onto the last hole in course 3, so let's see how this will go. Oh jeez, onto the bunker as we go. Oh dear. And once again going to bunker again. Yeah, eventually that some of these other holes will actually get a lot difficult later on, which to be expected, aside from the fact that it just gives you a bit of a high score and that's about it, so... I don't think there's any completionist when it comes to like trying to participate in every single courses, because again, it's just bragging rights, because obviously with high scores and everything, so there's not much right to home about, so... Oh, at least I got that in, but somehow I got a bogey, so whatevs. Whatevs, but at the very least we got to +6. That's even a tad worse than the forms of the second course, but I'll take it I suppose. So, anyways, let's move on to the final course, course number 4, and oh boy, this is gonna get pretty tough. Especially, they now added in the forms of, well, some pretty tough obstacles, mainly for a lot of water, and also a lot of lava involved, and it's just gonna be pretty tough though, so even though, well, again, I'm not gonna be that great on this though, so we'll still give it a try. Oh, surprisingly enough, I managed to make it like no sweat, so let's see if I can get that in. Nice! Birdie! Nicely done. Oh god, this is the smallest hole you can ever imagine. But I somehow failed by complete accident because of that depth perception, so that's to be expected. So yeah, we'll take it apart then. Could've wished if I was gonna do that within like a couple of moments ago, but I somehow just almost messed it up beyond belief. So, okay, so... yeah, I have no words to say about this, I must be honest here, because, well, then again, you just simply play golf, except, well, rather than just trying to deal with a clear requirements and stuff like that, you just go and play golf and have some fun with it, so... yeah, that's about it, basically, so, oh god, this part is quite wide, and I somehow keep on making mistakes, but assuming that actually respawns right where he managed to land on from before, so I guess that's a good thing, so... now I just need to be able to land it from there. Nope. Could go a little bit further to the left on that particular gauge bar thing, but... sometimes my timing is way off, but thankfully we made it, but I somehow managed to go up +4, so... nah, not that great. Alright, hole number 4. Oh boy, I wonder how this will actually... darn it. Oh, please don't tell me I have to go all the way... okay, good. Good thing it just becomes generous with me sometimes, so... in regards of the forms of trying to make it onto that specific parts, so... okay, bunker, that's okay, because I get the feeling that the hole is just literally over there, so... hopefully, we get that in, and of course we got another bogey, so... that's even underwhelming, so... and I believe this is actually the final hole, which basically we have to go from one island to the other, so... we'll try to avoid a lot of lava, so... oh jeez, I'm not exactly sure if I was being prepared for this, but... still, I'm also able to give that a shot, but then again, it's just the forms of my depth perceptions going way too off right there, so... okay, that's okay, I guess, but... I wonder how... oh god. Jeez. No wonder why it just says par 5 from that particular hole. Oh, really? Do I have to go all the way back? Okay, whatever. Whatevs. Oh, come on, don't go back. I need to go slightly forward. So that way I could be able to actually make it for that other island right there. But I somehow messed it all up. Oh, jeez, this is not good. I get it because it's difficulty, but it's just that I'm not exactly great at it, which it still seems to be the case, mind you. Oh dear me. Okay, let's see if I can... oh jeez, I can't imagine about how much strokes I've been having. Stroke 16. Oh man, this could take a while for this point, folks. This could take a while. Okay, I'm still up, apparently. Ah, darn it. Alright, hopefully I should... Ah, come on! Oh dear me, what is going on with this? Alright, come on. Okay, I'm still up. Okay. Oh, come on. Oh, it's game over. So yeah, if you manage to use too many shots, then it's game over for you. And also, I don't have my best score. So, yeah, screw that. I'm done. I'm done with this mode because, well, it's just for bragging rights, but regardless of such, I'm still not great at it though, so... Anyway, so that's pretty much as far as you can get for this point. I mean, usually you play golf and have some fun with it, but usually, relatively speaking, that's as far as I can say about it. So, yeah, I hope you guys are able to enjoy this playthrough, or this Let's Play of Wario Land 3, because I surely do, sometimes. Like, the only couple of exceptions being the golf segments is required for certain chests, but regardless of such though, it's been a great pleasure to be able to actually get into this game. So, yeah, with that being said though, this is me, Mighty the Armadillo here, and I suppose that's pretty much about it for Wario Land 3. And up next, in terms of the Wario platformer genre of games, up next it will be, we're going on to the Game Boy Advance, onto Wario Land 4. And, oh man, I'm actually really looking forward to doing that game exponentially, because, well, since that we're done with the forms of the retro, like, Game Boy / Game Boy Color Wario Land series of games, so there's not much else I can say, really. So, yeah, I'll see you guys at some point soon. Bye.